Hey everybody, Anthony here. I'm the drummer for a new up-and-coming Boston band called Stella, Rossa. We're so new, in fact, that we just came up with the name Stella Rossa a few weeks ago, and we've only been playing together for a few months now, but we're putting the finishing touches on our first set list, and we hope to be playing live on stage real soon. This is the first of what I hope will be a series of short documentaries tracing our progress as we perfect our songs, look for a fourth band member, hit the stage, and eventually become rock superstars, or something like that. This is the first band I've ever been in, and I'm actually a little terrified of playing live, but I think that with my bandmates, Brian and Bill in front of me, I'll get through it pretty well.
I don't know, what's my name? William Jameson Hadley III. No,
And
Bill Vox. I play a little guitar, do a little singing. I've been playing since I was 15. I approach guitars. I'm just now taking lessons after playing for over 15 years. And it's interesting because I'm otherwise pretty much self-taught, and I believe that you make music, you're making the most of what you have. If all you have is 3 chords and some words, make the most of it.
Hey everybody, my name is Brian. I play bass in the band. I was sitting at work at a stupid job that sucked and that I hated, and I knew I wanted to join a band and answered a bunch of ads. I think Bill was probably the only person who got back to me, so by the process of elimination, here I am. I played in 3 other bands with varying degrees of seriousness and talent. Never really played in a trio setting before, which is nice because it allows a lot of room for all the instruments, and especially as a bass player, lets me do a little bit more with a melodic mindset and trying to fill out the songs, not just harmonically, but also add some melodic elements to what I'm playing.
I've only been playing behind a drum set for about 3 years, or a little less. But I've always played on something. I've always had percussion instruments around. Since I was a kid, I would incessantly tap or drum my fingers and bang my hands on tabletops and railings and would even grind my teeth. So it came really naturally when I finally learned how to play. And in fact, I already knew how to play all my favorite songs just from having listened to them for years and banging them out on my own. I have a great teacher named George Lernis, who is the one that encouraged me to get into a band, but I didn't want to be in a band that sucked. So I'm really glad that I like our songs and my bandmates. My favorite song to play is probably I Feel So Alive, just because it's got really good energy and it's fast and it's slightly disco, which I like to play.
I Feel Alive sounds completely different than what I was trying to hammer out myself in the original ideas, and it's because you and Brian each brought your own touch to the song. And it's made it's one of my most favorite to play, and it has the most energy in it, and it really does live up to the title of the song, I Feel So Alive.
My favorite song is probably Heart on Fire. I like the ending to that, and I like, sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't, but trying to build the bass line at the end of the song and really kick in that energy to close it out.
I'd like to see us get big in Boston. I'd like to see us really compete with the music here.
My goal in all of this is just to become a stronger drummer, to play live, put out some CDs, and I think I'd be interested in touring just because it's something I've never done before.
My expectations are lofty to be well known in the local setting. I think I'm at a point in my life where touring on any type of large-scale basis is not really going to fit in with where I'm at and other things I have going on. But that's not to say that we can't write great songs. That's the first expectation. I don't care if one person or 100 or 1,000 people are at a show that we're playing. I want to be happy with the songs that we're playing. So that's the first most important thing.
Well, this is all well and good, but I think the real question here is, what's your opinion of my playing?
I think you're good.
Dude, your playing is spot on. I really like it. I really like it. I'd prefer to play with a drummer like you than a drummer who has like 50 cymbals set up and 15 toms and double bass drum. Takes him an hour and a half to set up his set, and by the time he's all ready to go, the show's half over, and he feels the need to hit every drum on every song. It's like, that doesn't leave any room for anything else.
Sometimes not being trained traditionally and being like, I'm an amazing drummer, you know, you'll approach it in a different way.
I listen to New Order, Joy Division. It's probably my top band there. But I also love Goldfrapp, Bell and Sebastian, Comida, French Kicks, Beck, Mars Volta, Bjork. I listen to anything interesting. And I think the two main things for me is that it has to have good rhythm, which is not necessarily to say beat, and it's got to be kind of emotional. Whether it's anger or sadness or happiness or, you know, absurdity or bitchiness or horniness or whatever, like as long as it's coming from a strong place emotionally, I'll identify with it no matter what kind of music it is.
Sun Volt, Uncle Tupelo, I like that band, especially the bass playing.
I think the music that really, like 2099, when Travis, Coldplay, David Gray came out of like nowhere, and that music was like, I was like, oh, that really speaks to me, and that's what, you know, I thought music was pretty dead in the late 90s, and they came around and you know, really opened some doors, I think, for people who really want to write that kind of music. It's like when I play piano, I'm not a pianist and I'm not very good, but like I approach it in a different way because I play guitar, and so I can end up coming up with some great melodies that aren't maybe correct, which is fine. It's like it's trying to find new sounds. That's what music, writing music should be.
Every band and every musician wouldn't be a musician if they didn't want to play live and if they didn't want to play in front of people. So I think we're getting close to that point. We got some good songs that are ready to go, some other songs that are close to being ready to go. I think we have some ideas that need more work, and that I think would be more reflective of how we are in a collaborative sense. And I'm looking forward to getting those songs going and doing more writing as a band. But I'm happy with the progress. I think we're going in the right direction, and soon enough we'll be out there in front of people laying down the law.